Just a quick introduction to our next module, our final module, facade development. We're going to go through a series of 5 in total. This is actually the 6th one at the very end here is just a duplicate of the last one. But just experimentations with what we can do to modify and create visual interest in facades and kind of exploit our BIM modeling componentry, the issues we might have with using the window component in that. So, I'll quickly step through and kind of discuss this. These are kind of, some of the influences, this with the terracotta ribbing over here on the left, and this is like the double wall system over here. And then we have that idea of that framed, kind of traditional looking terracotta window system in a multi-rise here. This is 10 Bond Street. It's a product by Boston Valley Terracotta. So our first project, we'll look at aligning, creating a texture, a panelized texture, and then precisely aligning windows to meet up with the grid lines in the texture system, just to make you more familiar with the kind of controls you have over these inherently Revit-created textures that we apply to wall surfaces. Next, we'll look at creating these kind of deep wall cavities. We'll make a really thick wall, and we'll use a standard window, but with a thick wall now, and create these custom, carvings into the surface. And these can be anything you want, really, and can be much more interesting than I've done as my first example. The unique thing we learned is that we can actually apply that same texture on the window component that is on the face of the wall, so we get this kind of monolithic surface appearance. We'll build some context that we've already covered. I have some, I'll show you how to get some better looking entourage people in. We'll look at the double wall system, the idea of carving window openings or places for windows to have openings inside one window level and then another window, or excuse me, at one wall level, and then behind that another wall system in order to keep this kind, or to create this kind of a carved look with the facade. This is quite interesting. This is that terracotta material now, and we'll actually create a window that is both a solid and an opening, and we'll put a variation of kind of a smooth texture and a coarse texture on it, and one just covered with baguettes for if it was over a window. And we'll learn how to do that all within visibility parameters within the window component. And then we're going to finish up with this kind of a facade, and this is just a window component repeated in an array, all spaced next to each other, and we create all kinds of custom extrusion components in order to create this final assembly. So we have it broken down into 5 sections, and take a hit at one and take a break, and keep moving through them, and it'll probably go quicker than you might think.